All right, what's going on, y'all? Serious topics, man. People keep asking me to talk about drinking and driving. So let's hop into it. But before we even do that, y'all heard about the YouTuber that passed away. All of this stuff that you're seeing and hearing is related to that. I didn't know the dude, have no personal ties to him. All I know is from what I read, he was under the influence and he tried to beat an oncoming train to the other side of the tracks with his family in the car, and the train hit the car and people passed away. So that could have been totally avoided. So no, he's not gonna get off easy, but he's not here anymore. So all the disrespect stuff gotta stop, yo. That's why I want to tell you. Y'all look up to people on YouTube. Y'all look up to these gaming commentators. Don't, because they're immature and they're bitches. The majority of them. I'm not saying everybody, but people think it's funny. They want to make jokes about people dying. Not just this guy, but a lot of times you see people dying. They go on Twitter and they want to plug jokes in. Grown ass men having their egos massaged by early and late teenagers. And then you gotta agree and tell them everything they want to hear. The minute you don't, they block you. I guarantee you there's some of y'all sitting in here right now that watched somebody for years or months and months. They was your favorite commentator. You might have said one bad thing to them, and next thing you know, you blocked for nothing. After all the good feedback you gave them, you said one thing negative. You didn't bash them, you said one thing negative and they blocked you. Those are the people you're dealing with. Do not look up to these people. The shit got me mad because I seen this video that got recently taken down of Grand Theft Auto simulating the death of what we're talking about. They had cars trying to go over the goddamn tracks and get hit by trains. And, it's not fucking funny. The game is saying it's pitiful, yo. I swear to God, sometimes I swear I would want to meet some of these people. I swear to you. But that's what this shit is full of. I made jokes about iFly. But even the stuff they did to him, getting him divorced, making him lose his whole Air Force dream and all that shit, that's fucking unnecessary, man. So anyway, drinking and driving. Let's talk about drinking, let's talk about driving, and then let's talk about just that stuff, the dangers of it. Okay, drinking. Do I drink? No. Why not? I'll tell you why. I don't drink, I don't smoke. When I was younger, everybody doesn't see. Some of y'all grew up a certain way. Y'all think every household is that way. My childhood wasn't terrible, wasn't the best, but I had to deal with some stuff that a lot of people shouldn't have to. Okay? Now, all of y'all sitting here, as a kid, as a teenager, or even adult, from back when you were a kid, you said to yourself, when you seen something your parents did to you, or they did that you didn't like, you said, man, I'm never going to do that when I get older. And for me, that was drinking. My mom, she drank a lot. Now, she wasn't like an alcoholic like that, but she drank a lot, but she held a regular job and, made sure we had stuff we needed and stuff like that. She kind of did it on her own. My stepdad was in and out of jail. He had a drug addiction and alcohol addiction. Terrible. I had to deal with shit like getting woken up at 3 in the morning and told to stand up for no reason. Shit like that. Why? Because he's under the influence of drugs and or alcohol. So I decided I'm not going to do it, okay? I don't need any sob stories. The stuff I went through as a kid made me the person I am today, all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not soft. I can deal with it. Like, y'all see the stuff people say. Nothing bothers me. Straight up. Nothing. I don't focus on all the negative, but I don't drink. I don't smoke because I think smoking is just filthy. My personal opinion. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you decide to smoke or drink, but for me, I'm just not going to do it, okay? Everything is okay in moderation, all right? I'm not going to be the person that lies to you like your health teacher, and instead of telling you the dangers of it, we just talk about, don't do it, because y'all going to do it. There's just no way you're not going to try it, the majority of you. But for drinking, nothing's cool about you sitting in front of a toilet with your head in the fucking seat, throwing up because you got a hangover. Nothing's cool about you getting literally pissy drunk and pissing on yourself. Nothing's cool about you not being able to remember what you did the other night, last night. How would you like if your girlfriend couldn't explain to you what she did last night because she was drunk the next day? How would you like it if your mother, or your daughter, your son, your cousin could not explain to you what happened? Right. So, people take it too far. The majority of you sitting in here are going to either ask somebody or be asked when you're 21 to take your first drink. Like I said, do it if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying you need to watch what you're doing. Don't overdo it. Bottom line. Drinking is very dangerous if you do it the wrong way. That's why You don't see people drunk in public too much. I mean, you do see it, but you don't just see it. That's why people don't show up to work that way, because it affects your judgment. It affects your decision making and the way you see. Have you ever put a pair of beer goggles on? That should show you. So anyway, that's drinking. That's why I don't do it. My friends might offer me a drink. I'm cool, yo. Alright. And that's it. Fuck peer pressure. That's just retarded. It's nothing more than a stupid term made up for weak people who can't make their own decisions. Your friends wouldn't dare put a crack pipe in your mouth and make you smoke it. You gonna do it. At the end of the day, you gonna do that shit to yourself. Can't nobody make you do nothing but your parents. Shit. Okay. Driving. Driving's cool. We all want to drive. You know what I mean? When we turn 15, 16, depending on the state you live in, sometimes 17, you want to get your permit. Because we all plan on getting a license someday. So that's what you want to do. So, sorry. Dog came downstairs. So you got to decide when you're old enough. What, number one, getting your first car is great. Getting your permit is great. Passing your driver's license, your driver's test, that's beautiful. Now that's like an achievement of your life, man, when you finally do that. Alright? So driving is great. Driving is very dangerous. You can be sober as hell. People do stupid stuff on the road, sober. Okay? People do dumb stuff. I just seen people make right turns out of the left lane, all types of just crazy stuff. Right in front of the people in the lane next to them, they try to turn in front of them. I done seen all of that. And these people are sober. Okay, drinking and driving. Let's talk about that. DUI. DWI. You get caught by the cops drunk while you're driving, you will be given a breathalyzer test. If you refuse the test, you get an automatic 1-year suspension. If you fail the test, you get an additional year. There's nothing fun about losing your license that you worked hard for, that you might have paid $300-400 to go to driving school to pay for. Okay? But the thing is, when you're driving, you're responsible for yourself and everybody in the car with you. Period. Their life is literally in your hands. One fucking wrong move and somebody can die. Your car can end up in a river, over a bridge, into a guardrail. You can end up outside the windshield with the glass broken because you want to be drunk and cool. Straight up. Driving is very dangerous. The car ain't gonna do nothing you tell it to do, but people lose control of the car all the damn time. And if you drunk, you decide to make decisions you wouldn't normally make. Oh, I could beat this red light. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of the intersection with cars coming the opposite way. Next thing you know, if you don't get in the accident, you could cause another person to get in an accident. You ever hear of a car pileup? One car causes 10 cars to pile up. Next thing you know, the whole highway shut down. And that's what it goes back to. Driving, you are responsible. Life, dying's easy, yo. There's so many ways to die. And you getting drunk and driving definitely will help the situation. So what this guy did, it's sad that he passed away and that his family had to die. But like, you can't do stuff like that. You know, you go out, they always tell you to have a designated driver. You should. Most people don't go out by themselves anyway. You go with somebody. One of y'all don't need to drink that day or that night. Or a lot of people feel themselves getting tipsy. Stop! If you're driving, you can't do that. So what's the point? You gonna do all of that for what? Last thing, what you want to do? Would you rather die in an accident or lose your arms and legs? Would you rather be paralyzed from the neck down? Then you won't be playing Call of Duty because you won't be able to move. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make a joke about that. But for real, that's the honesty of it. When you get on these public transportation buses and these school buses, these people are very good drivers. They get in little to no accidents. Why? Because they're sober when they drive, and they're very good drivers. They take class. They pay very good attention. But one wrong move on a Greyhound, people won't die. You need to be sober. That goes for smoking. That goes for popping mollies. All that stupid shit people doing. Don't do it. I mean, and honestly, that's kind of it, yo. All I can do is warn you. You know what I'm saying? Just watch what you're doing. And the whole thing, let me explain the logic to you that doesn't make sense to me. I don't need a seatbelt. Seatbelts are for losers. But drinking and driving is cool. Fucking idiots. Put your seatbelts on. And don't drink and drive, man. I'm out.